stand at Yonge and King 13,000 years ago, and downtown Toronto is underwater. Above you is Glacial Lake Iroquois, a deeper, wider ancestor of Lake Ontario. So why does this vanished lake still shape the city today? As the last ice age ended, southern Ontario was pinned under a wall of ice hundreds of meters thick. Then the climate warmed, and that glacier began retreating north, shedding rivers of meltwater into the low ground around today's Lake Ontario. But the water could not drain normally. Ice still blocked the St. Lawrence outlet, so the basin filled like a bathtub with the plug left in. The result was Glacial Lake Iroquois, higher, wider, and deeper than Lake Ontario, with waves reaching far beyond the modern shoreline. Think about that. The lake's northern edge was not at the waterfront. It climbed into the city, leaving a shoreline across what would become Toronto's hills, roads, and neighborhoods. Stand on Davenport Road near Casa, Loma, and you are standing beside a ghost beach. This ridge, running through places like Witchwood, Hillcrest, and the edge of the Annex, marks the old shoreline of Glacial Lake Iroquois. South of here, toward downtown, Queen Street, and the waterfront, the land was once lake bottom. North of here, toward St. Clair and Forest Hill, the ground rose above the water. This is where it gets cool. Davenport Road did not appear randomly. In several stretches, it follows the natural break in the land, the same raised edge where waves once worked against sand, gravel, and clay. So when you climb that slope today, you are crossing an ancient coast. Think about that on your next walk through Midtown Toronto. If you like hidden history under everyday streets, like and subscribe. Now picture the water gone, but the lake floor still there. For thousands of years, Glacial Lake Iroquois acted like a giant settling tank. Fine clay and silt drifted down through cold water and collected in flat layers across what is now downtown Toronto, Leslieville, Parkdale, and the lower Don Valley. That is why so much of the city sits on dense, heavy soil. It holds water, drains slowly, sticks to boots, and turns construction sites into mud pits after rain. Homeowners see it in flooded basements, soggy lawns, and gardens where roots struggle unless the soil is improved. Builders and transit crews still meet this buried lake bed when they dig foundations, tunnels, sewers, and stations. The ancient lake did not disappear quietly. It left fingerprints under the city. If you like finding hidden history beneath everyday streets, like and subscribe. Then the blockage to the east finally failed. As the ice sheet retreated, old drainage routes near the St. Lawrence Valley reopened, and Glacial Lake Iroquois suddenly had a lower escape path. Water that had been trapped high above today's lake level began rushing out. This was not a bathtub quietly draining. It was a continent-scale plumbing change. The lake dropped by dozens of meters, shorelines shifted, rivers cut into soft sediment, and huge stretches of former lake bed were exposed to wind, rain, plants, and eventually people. That falling water created the ancestor of Lake Ontario. Think about that. The water left, but the shape it carved stayed behind, guiding Toronto's slopes, ravines, soils, and streets thousands of years later. Stand near Davenport Road today, and you are standing on the old shoreline. That long rise through neighborhoods like the Annex, Witchwood, and Regal Heights is not random city terrain. It is the beach ridge of Glacial Lake Iroquois, still lifting streets above downtown thousands of years after the water drained away. And this is where it gets cool. Toronto's modern map is partly an ice age map. Roads bend around ravines because rivers carved down through soft lake sediment. Basements get damp because water still moves through buried layers of sand, silt, and clay. Construction crews hit sticky soil, unstable slopes, and old stream valleys because the ground remembers being a lake bed. Even the feeling of walking uphill from Queen Street toward St. Clair is a clue. You are crossing from Yonge lowland near today's waterfront up toward an ancient shore. So the forgotten lake is not gone. It is under the sidewalks, inside the ravines, and built into the daily climb of the city. Thanks for watching. If you know a Toronto hill, ravine, or street that suddenly makes more sense now, write it in the comments and subscribe for more hidden geography. Thanks for watching. Next time you climb a Toronto hill or cross a ravine, picture the shoreline beneath it. Comment your local clue and subscribe for more Hidden Behind the Green. Thanks for watching. Next time you climb a Toronto hill or cross a ravine, picture the shoreline beneath it, comment your local clue, and subscribe for more hidden history documentaries.